Vande Gurunam Charanara Vinde Sandara Shita Swatma Sukhava Bodhe Nisareyase Jangalikaya Mane Samsara Hala Hala Mohashantye Abahu Purushakaram Shanka Chakrasi Dharanam Sahasara Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Om. Samastitihi. Surya Namaskara A. Yekam inhale, lift the arms up, look at the thumbs. The way exhale, bend and fold forward, hands and head down. Trini, inhale, lift the head up. Chatwari, exhale, step back into a plank position and lower for chaturanga, elbows in, looking at the nose. Inhale, over the toes to upward facing dog, look at the nose. Shot, exhale to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Spread the fingers. 1, look toward the belly button. Nabi Drishti. 2. With sound in through the nose and out through the nose. 4, pressing your feet into the ground. And 5, look forward, bend the knees, step or hop to your hands. Inhale, lift the head up. Ashtal, exhale, take the head down. Nawa, inhale, arms reach up, look at the thumbs. Samastitihi. Again, Ekam, inhale, arms up. The way exhale, fold. Trini, inhale, lift the head up. Chatwari, exhale, step or jump back to chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, upward facing dog. Shot, exhale, downward facing dog. 1, breathing with sound. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stop the inhale, step or jump to the hands. Lift the head up. Ashtal, exhale, forward fold. Nawa, inhale, arms stretch up. Look up at your thumbs. Samastitihi. 3rd one, Ekam, inhale, arms up. The way exhale, bend and fold. Trini, inhale, lift the head up. Chatwari, exhale, step or jump to chaturanga. Panja, inhale, upward facing dog. Shot, exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stop the inhale, step or jump forward. Lift the head up. Ashtal, exhale, take the head down. Nawa, inhale, arms stretch up. Samastitihi. Again, Ekam, inhale, arms up. The way exhale, fold. Trini, inhale, lift the head. Chatwari, exhale, jump back to chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, upward facing dog. Shot, exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop the inhale, step or jump forward. Lift the head up. Ashta, exhale, fold. Nawa, inhale, arms up. Samastitihi. Last one. Ekam inhale, arms up. Dwe exhale, fold forward. Trini inhale, lift the head. Chatwari exhale, jump back to chaturanga. Pancha inhale, upward facing dog. Shut exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sup, inhale, step or jump to the hands, lift the head up. Ashta, exhale, take the head down. Nawa, inhale, reach up and look up. Samastitihi. Surya Namaskara B. Ekam inhale, bend your knees, arms up to Utkatasana. Dwe exhale, fold forward. Trini inhale, lift the head up. Chatwari exhale, step or jump back to Chaturanga. Pancha inhale, upward facing dog. Shot exhale, downward facing dog. Sapta inhale, right foot forward, come up. Ashta exhale, come down to Chaturanga. Nawa inhale, upward dog. Dasha exhale, downward dog. Ekadasha, left foot comes forward, back heel to the mat. Bend the front knee, hands together, Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, come back down for Chaturanga. Inhaling to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. 1, so only 3 of these for the long practice. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sapta. Panchadasha, step or jump to the hands. Lift the head up. Shodasha, exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Saptadasha, bend the knees, arms up, Utkatasana. And then stand up for Samastitihi. Again, Ekam inhale, bend the knees, arms up. Dwe exhale, fold. Trini inhale, lift your head. Chatwari exhale, go back for Chaturanga. Pancha inhale, upward facing dog. Shot exhale, downward facing dog. Sapta inhale, right foot forward to Virabhadrasana A. Look at the thumbs. Ashta exhale, down for Chaturanga. Nawa inhale, upward facing dog. Dasha exhale, downward facing dog. Ekadasha, left foot forward. Come up and look at the thumbs. Dwadasha, exhale, come down for Chaturanga. Trayodasha, upward dog. Chaturdasha, exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anjadasha, jump to the hands, lift the head up. Shodasha, exhale, fold forward. Saptadasha, bend your knees, arms up. Samastitihi. Last one. Ekam inhale, bend the knees, arms up. Dwe exhale, fold forward. Trini inhale, lift the head. Chatwari exhale, step or jump to Chaturanga. Pancha inhale, upward facing dog. Shot exhale, downward facing dog. Sapta inhale, right foot forward, come up. Ashta exhale, Chaturanga. Nawa inhale, upward dog. Dasha exhale, downward dog. Ekadasha, left foot forward, come up. Dwadasha exhale, come down for Chaturanga. Trayodasha inhale, upward facing dog. Chaturdasha exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Panchadasha, jump to the hands. Lift the head up. Shodasha, exhale, fold forward. Saptadasha, bend the knees, hands up. Utkatasana. And then stand up to Samastitihi. Padangustasana and Padahastasana. So jump the feet apart, reach down and grab the big toes with the first 2 fingers. Ekam inhale, lift the head up. Belly in. The way exhale, bend the elbows. Pull the head down in between the legs, thighs to chest. Holding here for 1. Relax the head down, look up to the nose. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Trini, inhale, lift the head up. Take the hands underneath the feet. Padahastasana, Ekam inhale, lift the head up. The way exhale, bend your elbows, fold forward, head down. Holding here for 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Trini, inhale, head up. Chaturanga, exhale, take the hands on the hips. Pancha, inhale, come up. Samastitihi. Trikonasana, Ekam, inhale, step the right foot out or jump. Pivot the feet. The way exhale, reach for the right big toes. With the first 2 fingers, look up toward the left hand. 1. 2. 3. So try to keep this hand directly over the shoulder. Don't dump forward. 4. Hips are stacked. And 5. Trini, inhale, come up. Pivot your feet. So keeping the hips stacked. Exhale, reach for the left big toe. Look up here. 1. So Hasta Drishti, looking at the hand. 2. 3. 4. 5. Pancha, inhale, come up. Parvrita Trikonasana, so B, pivot the feet. Ekam, inhale, square the hips to the back. The way exhale, left hand down on the outside of the foot. Twist the chest open. Look up at your hand. 1. 2. Pressing the weight even in the legs. 3. Gazes at the hand. Both legs are straight. 4. So press the weight into that back foot. Draw the right hip back and the left hip forward. 5. Trini, inhale, come up. Chaturanga, pivot the feet. So pull this left hip back, the right hip comes forward. Take the hand down, twist the chest open. Look up for 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, come to the front of the mat, Samastitihi. Good. So Parshvakonasana, Ekam, inhale, step the foot out, pivot the feet. The way exhale, bend the knee, take the hand on the outside of the foot. Reach this left hand up and over, twist the chest open, look at your hand. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Trini, inhale, come up. Chaturanga, exhale, bend your left knee over the ankle. Take the hand onto the outside of the foot. Stretch and reach, look at the palm. 1. 2. So twisting the chest open, pressing your knee out into the armpit. 3. 4. 5. Pancha, inhale, come up. So B, pivot the feet. You can take any variation you normally take here, so keeping that back heel lifted is fine. Okay, twisting open, hand onto the outside of the foot or keep your hands together. Reach and stretch the right hand up and forward. And then if you can, back heel comes to the mat. 1, pushing the knee out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Inhale, coming up. And Chatwari, pivoting, Pavrita Parshvakonasana on the left side. So I always like to take the back heel up first, using the arm onto the outside of the thigh to twist as much as I can. And then eventually taking that back heel down, but you can always leave it lifted or just keep the hands together in the prayer position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Inhale, come up. Samastitihi. Prasarita Padottanasana. Ekam inhale. Step the foot out, hands on the hips, all 10 toes forward. The way exhale, bend forward, take the hands into the mat. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, take your hands underneath your feet and push your head down to the ground. Lift the belly up and in, lean forward. So arms are kind of in chaturanga position. 1, gazing at the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, hands on the hips. Inhale, come up. Exhale, B. Ekam inhale, spread the arms. The way exhale, hands on the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly come forward. Take the head down. 1, 2. So hands stay on the hips for this one. 3, pushing the legs straight, engaging the center. 4. So lift the belly up and in and squeeze. 5, inhale, come up. C, Ekam inhale, spread the arms. The way exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Training inhale, stretch the arms out. Chatwari, exhale, reach and fold forward. Holding here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Punch, inhale, come up. Exhale, D, Ekam inhale, hands on the hips. The way exhale, with the first 2 fingers, grab the big toes. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, bend your elbows, pull the head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, straighten the arms, head up. Exhale, hands on the hips. Inhale, come up. And then come to the front of the mat. Samastitihi, Parshvottanasana. Parshvottanasana, hands behind the back. Press the palms together. You can just take the knuckles together. Come inhale. The way exhale, bend over the right leg. Try to take your chin or your forehead down to the leg. 1. Gazing either at the nose or maybe you can reach and look at the foot. 2, 3, 4, 5. Trini, inhale, come up. Chatwari, exhale to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pancha, inhale, come up. Samastitihi. Uttita Hasta, Padangustasana, left hand on the hip. Ekam inhale, grab the right big toes with the first fingers. The way exhale, bend the elbow, fold forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, Trini, lift the head up. Chaturanga, take the leg out to the side. Bend the elbow. Look over the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bring the leg back to the center. Exhale, bend the elbow and fold. Inhale, lift the head up. Both hands on the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Samastitihi. Left side, inhale. Grab the big toe with the first 2 fingers. Exhale, bend and fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, open the leg out to the side. Look over the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it back to the middle. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Samastitihi. Ardha Baddha, Padmottanasana. Right foot comes up into the left thigh. Reach the right hand behind the back. You can grab the elbow or grab the foot and fold forward. 1. Head down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Trini, inhale, lift the head up. Exhale there. Chaturanga, inhale, come up. Pancha, exhale, leave the leg. Left side, so try to lift the foot up and open the hip over. Left hand behind the back to grab the big toe, or grab the foot rather, sorry, and then fold forward. You can also modify this with a little towel or a strap if you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale there. Inhale, come up. Samastitihi. Okay, so we'll take a vinyasa. Ekam inhale, arms up. Dvaya exhale, fold. Trini, inhale, lift the head. Chaturanga, exhale. Back to chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, upward facing dog. Shat, exhale, downward facing dog. Utkatasana, jump forward. Bend the knees, arms up. Look at your thumbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So step or jump back from here. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Virabhadrasana A, right foot comes forward. Look up at the thumbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten the leg. Keep looking up at the thumbs. Bend your left knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B, open the arms and the chest. Keep the hands parallel to the ground, the arms parallel to the ground. 1, Virabhadrasana B. 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten the left leg, pivot around to the right side, bend the right knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take the hands to the mat. You can step back or you can jump into chaturanga. So maybe you can take the right foot into the middle of the mat and jump up from here and go back to chaturanga. Okay, or you can lift the thigh to the chest, bend the elbows, lift up, and then go back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, bend the knees, jump through to sit down. Dandasana. So hands next to the sides, engaging the legs, flexing the toes, flexing the feet. Look down toward the nose, engaging Jalandhara Bandha. So take the throat lock in, lift up from the center. 5 breaths here. Apologies if I don't count every breath, as I just tried to catch mine. Okay, Paschimottanasana. So grab the big toes with the first 2 fingers. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, bend the elbows, fold forward. Another apology if I squish the microphone. It's in the best spot I could possibly try to find. So chest forward. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, you can grab the wrists. Exhale, fold. The head up. Exhale. Okay, we're going to jump back. So hug the thighs into the chest. Lift up. Go back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Purvottanasana. Sapta, jump through. Hands behind the back. Underneath the shoulders, point the toes, lift the hips up, take the head back. 1, look at the nose. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, come down. Good. Okay, hug the thighs into the chest. Lift up, jump back. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Ardha Baddha Padma, Paschimottanasana. Sapta, jump through. Take the right foot onto the left thigh. Take the bind. Ashta, exhale, head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll inhale, head up. Exhale. Dasha, inhale, lift up. Ekadasha, Chatwari, go back to Chaturanga. The water shot, inhale, upward facing dog. Trayodasha, exhale to downward facing dog. Chaturdasha, jump through. Take the left side. Panchadasha, exhale, fold forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, go back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, Triang Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. So, Sapta, jump through. Right foot back, left foot forward. Sitting into the center of the hips. Ashtanga, exhale. Taking the left wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll inhale, head up. Exhale there. Dasha, inhale. Lift up. Ekadasha, Chatwari, go back. Dvadasha, inhale, upward facing dog. Trayodasha, exhale to downward facing dog. Chaturdasha, jump to the left side. Panchadasha, exhale, fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shodasha, inhale, head up. Exhale there. Saptadasha, inhale, lift up. Ashtadasha, Chatwari, go back to chaturanga. Ekona Vimshatihi. Inhale, upward facing dog. Vimshatihi, exhale, downward facing dog. Janu Shirshasana A. Sapta, jump through. Take the right foot to the left thigh. Ashta, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now inhale, head up. Exhale there. You take the vinyasa. Again, apologies. I will sometimes have to stop counting because I need to catch my breath. Okay, so left side, Janu Shirshasana A. Exhale, Panchadasha, head down. Inhale the head up, exhale here. You jump back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Janu Shirshasana B. So, Sapta, jump through. So you're bending the right foot into the left thigh. Sit onto the heel. Ashta, exhale, take the head down and fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, now I head up. Exhale. So we'll take the vinyasa, jump back. And exhale to downward facing dog. jump through for the left side. Excuse me, my hair is caught in my earring. Exhale, head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, come off of your hips. Jump back. Exhale to downward dog. Janusha Shasana C, jump through. So we take the hip out, toes down and the heel up. Lean into your heel. And exhale, fold forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, come off of the foot. And we'll jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. So Chaturdasha. Left side, jump through, sit down. Okay, so rotating the toes down and the heel up. Lean forward, so move forward until the heel is over the toe as best you can. And then exhale, fold forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale the head up. And exhale, come off of the foot. Jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Marichasana A, Sapta, jump through. So keep your foot away from the thigh, right underneath the knee. So right foot comes in first. Reach the right hand forward. Take it around the back to grab the bind. Ashtanga, exhale, take the head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now inhale, lift the head up. Exhale. I like to jump back from here, but you don't have to. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, go back. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. Okay, jump through. Left side. Again, space between the foot and the thighs. Reach the hand forward, behind the back. Exhale, take the head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale. You jump back from here. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Okay, jump through for B. So Bodhichasana B. Left foot comes into the half lotus. Then we bend the right knee. Same thing, making sure there's space between the foot and the thigh. Reach the hand forward. And exhale, take the head down. 1, 2, 5. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale there. Excuse me again with the microphone. Okay, jumping back to chaturanga. Take the vinyasa. Left side. So this time right foot to the half lotus. Inhale, lift the head, and exhale, fold, head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale the head up, exhale here. You can jump back. Take the vinyasa. Marichasana C, Sapta jump through. Right foot in. You're going to twist, so take the elbow on the outside of the thigh. Rotate the elbow up and back. You can modify here by just twisting if you can't take the bind. 1, make sure you're flexing that left foot. 2, you can grab the hand or the wrist. 3, Parsvadrishti, looking over the shoulder. 4, and 5. Okay, jump back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Okay, jump through. Left side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, and then we jump back for the vinyasa. Again, sorry for the lack of counting, but I'm not very good at doing this. I don't normally demo while I teach. Okay, so Marichasana D. Feel free to modify if you need to. So left foot in the half lotus and bend the right knee. And just make sure you try to lean into your left sits bones first before you attempt to take the bind, okay? So twisting here or coming into the full bind. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, and jump back. Okay, jump through, sit down. So right foot into the left thigh, then bend the left knee. Again, lean the weight into the right sits bones. Can modify or come into the twist, the bind here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, good. Jump back. And then we have Navasana. Okay, so jump through. prepare for Navasana. So arms parallel to the ground. Straighten the legs if you can. Look at the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hug the thighs to the chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sit back down. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug the thighs to the chest. Lift back up. Again. Third round. 1. You can do it. 2, 3. More than halfway done. 4, 5. Lift up. Again, even if you can just get the butt off the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift up. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. Last time. You can do it. 1. You got it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug the thighs to the chest, lift up, jump back. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Again. Jumping forward into Pashasana position. Feet together. You're going to start with the arm, the right arm, on the outside of the left thigh. So if trying to find Pashasana, this is the noose pose. So I like to think about this as the same rotation as you would do for Marichasana C or D. So the elbow is rotating up, the palm is facing up and reaching behind. Okay, and taking the left hand over the shoulder, behind the back to try to take the hands together. If you can't get the bind right away, you can use a towel or a little strap, okay? And then just trying to push the heels down and lifting the hips up and looking up over the left shoulder. As you can see, I can't get my heels down, but that's okay. You can still practice the pose. 1. You can also modify if you want to take a towel or the mat underneath the heels. Okay, so 5 breaths here. It's also a definite possibility. Okay, other side. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so from here we can jump back. Sorry. Jump to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Okay, so Crown Chasana. From here, you're gonna jump. Same way you jump into Triangmukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. So jump with the right foot back and the left foot forward. Okay, take your wrist on, I like to take my wrist on the arch of my foot here, and then grab the other wrist. Okay, so grabbing the right wrist, inhale the head up, point the toe. Exhale, bend the elbows and pull the head closer to your thigh. Holding here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale the head up. Exhale there. Okay, then jump back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And left side. Inhale the head up. Exhale, bend the elbow and fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale here. Jumping back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Okay, coming to Shalabhasana. So laying all the way down onto the mat. So hands are going to come next to your sides. First, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back, squeezing the thighs together, squeezing the feet together, and then lifting the thighs off the ground. Looking down toward the nose. Holding here for 1, strengthening up the back. 2, 3, squeeze and hold. 4, you can do it. 5, now stay lifted, but just switch the hand position. So take the hands next to the hips. Okay, not next to the ribs, next to the hips, and lift up. 1, looking down to the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5. Push and lift up into upward dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward into plank, lowering down. Exhaling through chaturanga. Coming to Bekasana. So if you can take your hands, you can go one at a time here if you want. Bringing the forearms onto the ground. Okay, and coming like this, so elbow rotates up, pushing the feet down, or you can do both at the same time. So grabbing the inside arches of the feet, but then rotating the fingertips underneath the feet, elbows up, pushing the heels down to the ground, looking at the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming through chaturanga again, so roll forward into the plank. Come to Chatwari position. All the way down to the belly. Feet together. Grab your ankles. Lift up here. So kick the feet into the hands. Lift the thighs off the ground. Look down toward the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, coming down. Good. Inhale, pushing into upward facing dog. And then exhale into downward facing dog again. So Dhanurasana B again, coming through chaturanga. Feet together. This time we inhale, just lift up for 1 breath. Exhale, roll over your right shoulder. Kick the feet into the hands, kick the ankles into the hands. Head back, look at the nose. 1. Big stretch here. 2, keeping the head off the ground. 3, 4, 5. After 5 breaths, we come back to the center. Just lift up for 1. Exhale, move to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back to the center. We got to hold it again for 5 more breaths. You can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, release. Good. Pushing up into your upward facing dog. Exhaling into downward facing dog. And coming onto your knees. Okay, so we take the hands onto the hips. And from here, you're going to try to push your hips forward. Okay, so pushing the hips forward first. So they almost go like past the knees here, but make sure they're in line with the knees at least. And then you can just test this out here. So see how it feels, gazing at the nose, trying to drop your head back and then reaching back for your heels. Okay, palms are gonna come onto the heels and then push the hips forward one more time. Release the head back, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back. Hands onto the hips. Sit down, and then go back for your vinyasa. Preparing for Laghu Vajrasana. So Sapta, come onto the knees. Take your hands onto the hips. So this time, try this out nice and slow. So all you're gonna do to start first is hips forward, take the hands onto your ankles. If they need to slide up a little bit onto the shins, that's okay to start, but ideally we're going for hands on the ankles. Head releases back, and then you just engage the legs and slowly try to take your head toward the ground. See how far you can go. And then if you feel like you're gonna fall, just lift back up. Okay, but if you can, go all the way down, then come all the way down, and we hold for 5. So you can take that slow, slow. 4, you don't have to come all the way down to start. 3, still engaging the glutes, engaging the thighs. 2, 1, and then come up. Okay, so that's a really challenging posture, so just go with it at your own pace. You can start by just going back a little bit, then coming back up, going back a little bit, coming back up, repeating it a few times until you're ready to come all the way down, especially if you're doing it. So take a vinyasa at home by yourself. And then we prepare for Kapotasana. So coming onto the knees. If this is something that is extremely difficult for you, you can always use a wall, okay? So coming behind a wall and then trying to reach your head back, hands to the wall, and then walk the hands down the wall, okay? Or you can just start by pushing the hips forward like you would do in your camel pose, okay? Then just hanging the head back, and then just trying to see if you can reach the hands as far as they can go. And then eventually reaching them to the ground. And then eventually reaching them to the feet, the toes, or the heels. Holding here for 5. Elbows to the ground. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up. Straighten the arms for Kapotasana B. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come up. Tuck the pelvis in. Take a breath. Catch the breath. And then take another vinyasa. And we'll jump and we'll sit down. Okay, so coming to Padmasana position. So I can't do Supta Vajrasana by myself, so we will just take the hands behind the back for now. But if you have something at home that you can do this by yourself with, maybe a bed or something like that, go for it. I'm just going to come into Pada Padmasana and hold it for a few breaths. And then jump back from here. And prepare for Bakasana. So jumping into the Pashasana position with your feet together. Trying to bring the knees up high into the armpits, spreading the fingers, looking forward. You can start by, if you don't normally practice this, you can start by just trying to lift one foot up at a time. Ooh, so trying to just lift one foot at a time, maybe the other, and then eventually engaging, lifting up, up, up. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jumping back to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog and exhaling into downward facing dog. And then we have Bakasana B. So jumping into Bakasana. So if you're struggling with this posture still, just a couple tips. Bring your feet closer toward your hands. Push your thighs into your chest. Try to keep the connection with your thighs onto your rib cage. Okay, so keep that there. Think about lifting up. Think about shooting the knees inward instead of up. So inside and then landing. Okay, so eventually you can start to go from downward dog, squeezing thighs to chest, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jumping back. Then we have Bhadrasana, so jumping the feet through. You can take first, so different than Kranchasana, taking the left foot into the Triangmukha position, right foot into the lotus position. So for this one, you can spread out the knees, take the bind, so right hand comes behind the back to grab the right foot, taking the left palm to the ground underneath the outside of the thigh, rotating the chest, looking over the shoulder, pushing that palm into the mat, stretching out the wrist. Kind of like a nice release after the arm balances. Good, and then jumping back from here. I like to just jump straight back from here, but you can come back and just do a normal jump back if you want. Okay, so putting this time right foot back, left foot into the half lotus, wrapping the left hand behind the back, grabbing the foot, taking the right palm to the ground, and then twisting, rotating, Parshva, looking over the side for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release, jumping back. Inhale to upward dog, exhale to downward dog. Ardha Matsyendrasana, so jump through, straight legs. First you take the right foot over the left. Take the arm onto the outside of the thigh, so you can take the hand underneath the foot, so you're kind of holding the foot here, then reaching this left hand behind to try to grab the thigh. Pushing that knee into the armpit, so getting a nice hip stretch here as well as the twist. Preparing for the leg behind the head. Okay, jumping back from there into the vinyasa. Again, apologies for the lack of counts, but it's just easier for me to teach like this. Okay, so, yep, this time grabbing the left foot with the right palm, taking the left hand behind the back to grab the right thigh. You can even grab your pants here if you want a little bit more pull and twist. 4 and 5. Exhale, release. And then jumping back to Chaturanga. Okay, so now we're going to try to attempt to jump into Ekapada Shirshasana. So if you're someone who is doing this split now, that means that you're kind of stuck at the leg behind the head posture, okay? So you can do a couple things here to prepare. Okay, you can do pigeon pose, it's fine. Stretch out the hips a little bit more. So taking the shin down parallel to the top of the mat as best you can get it, trying to sit even in the weight in the hips here. Okay, and then I like to just stay up. I don't like to come all the way down just because it kind of like relaxes me, takes the energy down. You don't want to take the energy down too much. You don't want to spend too much time doing this because the lower the energy, the harder it is to do the postures, okay? You can even come into a lizard pose, so taking the foot onto the outer edge of the mat, opening the foot, coming onto the forearms, taking a little stretch here. Okay, let's just start with the right foot then, okay? And then trying to jump your left foot through and the right hand right foot on the outside of the right arm. Okay, so first we rock the baby. Try to keep the spine lifted. So this is a very rounded pose, okay? So the back opening is very important. So all those back bends are very important. Okay, you can take the phone to your ear, take the foot to your ear, call your mom, and then we prepare by taking the shin on top, almost like you're wearing a backpack strap. So strap on the backpack, try to keep pushing the foot back. And then to prepare, you can even try to do a compass pose. So straightening the leg here. Keep trying to push it back, 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 lifting up, and then eventually the foot will go behind the head and you prepare. So maybe you just stop here and you just work on sitting with the arms in front, the leg behind the head. If you want to go fully into the position, if you're ready, you fold chin to the shin, holding for 5, pointing both toes, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, head up. Okay, coming back, 1 breath here. Trying to lift into chakrasana. So the left foot goes up, touch, and then jump back. And then preparing the left side, so left foot, maybe you take pigeon pose to start. Keep the energy up. You can if you're really struggling too with Ekapada Shirshasana, the leg behind the head, you can also try it laying down on your back. So you can lay down on your back. It's a posture in third series called Kasyapasana, but sometimes it really helps if you're really struggling with this pose, yeah? Okay. Then we take left foot. Try to jump into it if you can. First you rock the baby. Foot to the ear. Maybe the compass pose. Foot behind the head. Again, just stay here and hold it. This is a posture for me. I mean, I don't know if I ever would have done this without the help of a teacher, someone just helping me sit up straight and holding the foot there, because it took me 2 years, so patience is key and getting a good adjustment. But again, if you're watching this video, you probably don't have that convenience, so just do what you can. It will come if you keep practicing. Okay, then jumping back, lifting the right foot up, taking the vinyasa, and then jumping through, laying down, preparing for back bends. Okay, so preparing for Urdhva Dhanurasana, we'll just take 3 times, then we'll stand up right away. Inhale, lift up, hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, touch the head down, walk the hands in closer, lift back up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touch down, walk in, last time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lift up, okay? If you can't lift up on your own already, a little dizzy there. No worries. Just come down, stand up. Okay, option to do the drop axe on the wall, or if you have like a bed like this on the ground, that's good too. I'll just show you the drop axe now to move the video along, but preparing by lifting the rib cage up, hips forward. 3 times we'll drop back. And come up. So no TikToks are catching today because I don't have to do it if you're not there yet. And when you're ready, or if you're just done backbending, you just can come right away. I'm just gonna come sit down right away. If you want to do another vinyasa, go for it. Fold forward into Paschimottanasana. And then we'll go back to a vinyasa and prepare for shoulder standing. Okay, lifting straight up into the shoulder stand. So taking the hips up over the shoulders, trying to bring the elbows nice and close together. Lifting the hips up, trying to get them over your shoulders as much as you can. Bringing the belly forward, feet up to the sky. We're going to hold this about 10 breaths. Continuing breathing with sound. You can bring your gaze slightly down toward the nose here as well. Continuing to lift up. And then after about 10 breaths, coming back into halasana for 8 breaths. So coming into the plow posture, pointing the toes back, interlacing the fingers, and stretching the arms straight. About 5 more here. Then coming to Karnapidasana, the ear pressure posture. So bending the knees, drawing the shins down toward the ground. Seeing if you can squeeze your temples or maybe all the way down to the ears here. About 8 breaths here as well. Lifting back up into your shoulder stand and then coming into Urdhva Padmasana. So right foot then left foot. Squeezing the lotus in tight and bringing the hands onto the legs. Straightening the arms, 8 breaths here as well. And drawing your thighs to your chest. For Pindasana, taking the hands around your legs, clasping the hands together. Maybe you can even grab the wrist. 8 breaths here as well. And then rolling out, keeping your lotus if you can. And then straight away, keep the head down, coming into Matsyasana. Lifting the chest, taking the head down, drawing your knees toward the mat. And then taking the hands onto the feet, holding here for 8 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, releasing the lotus to Abhaya Padasana. So taking your hands up and the arms together, hands together for 8 breaths here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the head, keeping the legs up, going straight back into Chakrasana. Coming into Vinyasa and preparing for Shirshasana. So preparing here. When you're ready, slowly walking the hips over the shoulders, keeping the legs straight, and then coming up. So we want to hold the headstand position for about 15 breaths. You can go longer if you can, or if you need to come down, come back up. You can do that as well. Remembering to keep as much pressure on your arms as you can. Say about 5 more here. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Coming down halfway. So Shirshasana B, just bringing the legs parallel to the ground, bringing the hips forward for 10, 9, holding it 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Touching the toes down and then coming up, or you can just come straight up. 1 more time, and then finding a child's pose, just relaxing the head down. You don't have to move the hands. When you're ready, coming into Chatwari position. Inhaling to upward facing dog, exhaling to downward facing dog. Jumping the feet through. Preparing for the closing sequence, coming to Baddha Padmasana first. And then exhaling down for 10 breaths in Yoga Mudrasana. Inhaling, coming up. So first 2 fingers together, last 3 fingers together. Ujjayi Pranayama for 10 breaths. Or you can do some Nadi Shodhana here if you'd like. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Trying to activate that throat lock, Jalandhara Bandha, so the throat bandha. Three more breaths. 3, 2, 1. and 1. Okay, almost finished. Utplutihi. 10 breaths, lifting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, don't come down, stay up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And jumping back. Almost final vinyasa. Jump forward to standing. And we'll take the closing mantra. Om Swasti Prajabhyaha Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Go Brahmanebhyaha Shubhamastu Nityam Lokha Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Ekam inhale, arms up. Due exhale, fold. Trini inhale, head up. Chatwari, go back to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And then taking your rest for 5 to 10 minutes.